Welcome to Sip Sci. You're looking into the science behind some of the biggest beverage trends of today. Are you feeling lucky? Well, you should be, because with St. Patrick's Day right around the corner, we're exploring the origins of the holiday's most famous beverage, green beer. Celebrated every March 17th, St. Patrick's Day commemorates Christianity's arrival in Ireland and honors the culture of the people who live there. But Ireland isn't the only place to celebrate. Around the world, millions of people get into the spirit of St. Patrick's Day by sipping on a festive mug of green beer. But how is this concoction made? All you need is your favorite brew and a few drops of blue food coloring. When combined with the amber liquid, the coloring transforms it green. To understand how this quirky tradition emerged, we have to revisit history. It starts with St. Patrick, the man whose life is celebrated during this holiday. He's the foremost patron saint of Ireland, who is said to have driven snakes off the island. But this is really just an allegory for how he converted many Irish people to Christianity. Over time, the day celebrating St. Patrick has taken on new meaning as the way the holiday is celebrated has evolved. Green, for example, was not always the color associated with Ireland, let alone beer. In the 17th century, the color became a symbol of unity for the Irish people in their struggle against oppressive English rule. It was particularly important as a distinguisher between Catholics and Protestants in the country. Catholics were represented in green and Protestants in orange. That's also why some people believe it is offensive to wear orange on St. Patrick's Day due to the violent conflicts of the past. Of course, today the flag of Ireland proudly flies with green and orange colors, a stripe of white between the two to symbolize peace. So now that we have an idea why the color green is important, it begs the question of who had the brilliant idea to dye beer. No, St. Patrick wasn't a brewer. This time, credit goes to Professor Thomas H. Curtin. In 1914, Curtin created a green beer for the St. Patrick's Day dinner at the Scherner Club in New York. He prepared it in the same way we do today, by simply adding a little blue dye to a batch of beer. There are some sources that believe Curtin may have gotten inspiration for the idea from a mysterious article written in the March 17, 1910 edition of the Spokane Press. The article divulged news of a bar on First Avenue that was serving green beer, though the bartender wouldn't share how he made his concoction. Regardless of who started it, the tradition quickly spread in association with St. Patrick's Day, and in 1985, the American people showed their appreciation to Ireland by shipping their homegrown green beer to pubs across the Atlantic. Over the last century, green beer has continued to go hand in hand with St. Patty's Day festivities. Just like many holidays, traditions can change over time. They sometimes seem to make little sense within a modern context, but taking the time to revisit this important history allows us to gain a new understanding of the past and the future. No matter the color of your beer this St. Patrick's Day, remember to drink responsibly. See you on the next Sip Sci. Hit subscribe to see more from Flavorman, and don't forget to follow Flavorman on social media. Visit flavorman.com to learn how we change what the world is drinking.